Jelle, did you have time to look at the code I made for the sound and other things? And I want to have your opinion about it because this is very hacky, but it works.
I did look at the code on GitHub. I hadn't set up my laptop completely yet for the local development, so but I can only see per commit. So I went through a few commits and it looked like all right. I did see like there was a real time to fixed change. I don't remember. We did mention it a few times because we changed it from fixed mode to real time mode because you would drive around. It would be
Yeah,
real
but
time, so it's not fixed. I don't know if we decided to switch back to fixed. But
yeah, I
there was
was
a
not sure
one
either.
thing. Yeah, I think we decided on real time mode because that would cover both
Okay,
cases.
so then I will switch it back. That makes much more
Good
sense.
morning.
Good
Yeah.
morning.
Good morning.
Good.
I think Louis had a comment on that as well.
Yes, I think so. So
Yeah.
Change from real time to
we go
fixed.
for real time mode. Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, or
Uh,
fixed
Sorry.
or mobile.
Fixed versus mobile. Yeah, real time. Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
real
I'm just
time.
joining the
Yeah.
conversation now.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I was just going through the code and I remembered you mentioned something in the chat as well. So
yeah,
yeah,
because
I
it's
will
not, I
switch it
mean,
back.
okay.
Yeah. It's and also I had a long talk with Peter, and Peter strongly suggested to call the flight mode. I called it flight mode, but he would like to have that called the cosmic mode. But that doesn't matter so much. But for me, it really doesn't make sense, cosmic. But according to him, it makes a lot more sense.
do
And
we have a
since
flight mode?
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
it's new.
because
Okay,
yeah,
nice.
yeah. No, I agree with cosmic because that's the main source of radiation at altitude.
Okay. But I mean, in the logic of the menu, you go for a drive, you go for the mode is real time, the mode is survey, you do a survey, you do real time,
Yeah.
and then you have a cosmic. What you go in cosmic, or
Well, we
that's
do
my
have a
feeling.
description. Like there's a
Well,
description on the right which
It's
could say
true.
covers flights or if you go to the International Space
Oh,
Station.
that's a good idea. Yes.
This can
Oh,
be
yeah.
used.
soon, maybe soon we have one going very up in a high
Oh, that would
altitude
be cool.
balloon, in a high altitude balloon going up.
That would be
Oh,
cool.
that's cool. That would be that wouldn't be a flight. Well, it's still a flight,
It's still a
I
flight.
guess.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
But
I
it
mean,
measures cosmic. Yeah.
the the rationale that I see is that this is a scientific instrument, and we assume that the users are going to be careful about uh, you know, it's a little bit beyond the dumbed down consumer instrument. It's we're talking about citizen scientists who are genuinely going to try to learn how to use this thing. I mean, they're putting a fair amount of money into it, so I imagine that there's some sort of commitment already.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
cosmic make more sense. Cosmic and real
And I
time.
like cosmic as well.
Yeah, good. Let's change that back. Cosmic.
But it sounds very groovy too. Ooh, cosmic.
But
Anyway,
I was very surprised how I could change the code. It was not that hard together with I think Gemini I used or Claude. I could figure that out how to do that. I was like first hesitating, and then I said, "Oh, try a little bit." Oh, that works, and that works, and that works.
Yeah.
But to get the sound going, I was not sure because it sounds good, but if I switch on and off the sound, I don't see any speed difference in the loop. So it takes the same amount of
Uh,
time.
yeah, I
Does
don't
that make
think the
sense?
sound has a big impact on the loop, actually.
I thought so too. It goes out basically, and then it comes back.
so what? Sorry, what? Not too sure what you mean by sound, because I haven't been following that.
I think the speaker,
The speaker
like,
sound
Oh, for key
for the
clicks?
click. Yeah, for the
Oh,
clicks.
okay.
For the
The key clicks when you're pressing on the screen, or
no no no
clicks
no
when
no
you
no
receive a count.
count. Yes.
Oh, that's new.
No, that's very new. That's what we talked about last time. That's what,
Yeah.
that's what I showed you.
Right. Okay. Um, so I'm trying to understand here because we have that counter, right? So every time there's a pulse from the safe pulse, the counter increments by one, right? And periodically, the firmware goes and reads the total count and adds that in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you've got an interrupt happening that does a little click, and it also counts.
No,
No,
well,
it
unless you
takes.
implemented it like that, but it shouldn't.
No, it doesn't do that, I think.
Yeah.
For it does it looks at the pulse counter when the pulse comes in, and looks at the
Yeah.
count. Oh, the count gets increased. Then it gives an artificial click.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's not on the same interrupt. It used the
Okay.
worker, I think.
Yeah. I mean, you could put it in the interrupt because it wouldn't take that much longer to just toggle like a I know because you don't have the external clicker anymore
No,
that's on the Nano.
no,
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll see.
and
I,
it
I
is
think we
kind of
should do it differently, but
yeah.
Yeah.
How would you do
uh,
it? That's what I want to know.
well, yeah, I like the interrupt. Is it in the main loop, like the moment you like call the M5 speaker,
No,
or
no, no, no,
is
no, no. It's completely separate. It's out of the loop, as far as I know.
okay?
It looks at
Uh,
the worker, I think.
yeah,
You
I
should do.
haven't.
That's why I want to check how that get implemented. I did.
Yeah, I have to pull the code and look at
Yeah,
it
that's what
in
I
the
really want you to do to be sure that it works.
right. Um, yeah, I still have like changed in the code as well, but it's on my other laptop, so I haven't transferred it yet. Uh, but I will be checking out this at least. So after this meeting, I'll be going through that.
Mhm.
But um, yeah, I think we could like if it works, you get some sounds, I assume.
Yeah.
Uh, we can use it. We can improve it or keep it like that.
Hold
Keep
on a
it
second.
optional, maybe.
I would think that, oh, where do you go? Just being able to, I mean, I don't know how the sound is produced in the M5. Is it because is it some sort of like an A to D or excuse me, D
No,
to
no,
A?
no, 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 no,
It,
no, not at all.
it
It's a PWM
okay.
pulse
Because
width
then maybe
modulator, and they take pulses out. It's completely separate. You can.
because if you wanted to click out of the speaker,
It's
all you have
Oh,
to do is toggle, right? It just just XOR the bit, and
Mhm.
just the fact that you have a rising edge or later on a falling edge, that's enough to produce a click.
Oh no, no, no. We're not using that. No, no, not at all. It
is it
has us.
like do you just turn it on and you can say like do like so many clicks per second and then it just keeps
What
doing
it
that? Like a
Yeah,
separate
it's something like that.
module. Okay,
What
yeah,
I
that's cool.
asked
That
it, Bjorn
Yeah.
made for the application. He made a click on his Android, and I asked
yeah.
AI to have a look at that code, how that is produced. Basically, it's 800 and an 1000 hertz mixed together. That makes a click up and down.
Okay.
And that get, I think, sampled on the incoming pulses, not directly on one pulse coming in directly in click, but it's very closely related.
Okay. Interesting.
And it feels like it's a random click, like a real Geiger counter, it sounds like. And that's also the way Bjorn had implemented it.
We can
Okay.
do if we can set uh, frequency. We can do it every second because every second we get like the latest like clicks in that second,
Mhm.
and we can set a frequency based on how many clicks were in that second. And if it's
Yes.
one, like you just hear a click.
No,
And
no,
if it's
but
two, you
if
hear two clicks. Or
but the thing is, it has to be some randomness in the clicks too, to make it feels like a real Geiger counter. Bjorn has been playing that for many long
yeah, right,
time.
okay, but that's
Okay.
some like just calculating some kind of frequency that it would fit within that 1
Yes,
second.
yes,
I,
and then
yeah,
randomly within a second. So it doesn't.
I,
If yeah.
yeah, I think we're overthinking it right now. Let's go have a look at the code, and
Yes.
and then figure out what's going on. I'm also going to look at the hardware and
Mhm.
see exactly what that hardware is. If it's just a digital output, we don't have to go through the well, we might have to go through the API, like just the Arduino, um, digital write, pin number high, pin number low, right? The plain
Mhm.
old Arduino, and that would just be enough to push to put out a pulse to the speaker, and it's very fast.
No, but the problem is the pulse. You don't hear that one pulse. So basically, it's an 800
Mm,
hertz and a 1000 hertz pulse, very small pulse together. So click is still going down first, or first 1000 and then 800. So it goes up. Um,
okay. All right. Okay. Well, let's have a
it,
look.
at least it sounds good.
Okay.
I mean, the implementation that you made is probably like fine. Like we
Yeah.
can just use that, and
And let's see how
we
it
just have to make
compares.
sure it works in the cycle, or
Yes,
it doesn't like. Is it like a separate thread, or well,
I think
I'll
it's
be
a
looking at the code like after
yes.
this. So
Please look. That's why I will ask you. Please look at it to be sure that it not
yeah,
something that
I'm
really
just
blows
making
up
some
everywhere.
assumptions now and trying to test
Yeah.
them. I can just look at it later. So,
And
but
to
yeah,
switch it
good work to get it work.
to to switch it on, it's very easy. Oh, I want to hold it to the microphone. You hold the menu button. It goes
Oh,
Oh, okay.
long hold on the menu button. That has to be
did you
documented.
implement that on every screen or just
No. Oh
drive
yeah,
mode
every
or
screen.
something? Or
Every
every
screen.
screen. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's very simple.
I think, um, yeah. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Totally possible. Yeah, it is. I have to look at the code. Let me just.
Yes, that's very important
No,
to
just
look at.
not at your code specifically, just in general, like what would be possible? Um, oh yeah, yeah, we can do something like that. Okay. Um, nice.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll look at your code after the meeting
Okay.
to
I
see what's up.
wouldn't say it's my code. I mean, it's code for humanity. Puts it together. Just
The code that you
instructed you to
committed.
do. Well, the code that I committed. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. And Louis, how did your meeting go? Your
Well,
presentation.
it wasn't a presentation. It was a submission. It was a document
Sorry.
submitted to the commission uh, in preparation for their public hearing in third week of May. Oh, excuse me, June. So 24th to 26th of June.
Oh, so it's still
Uh,
a few months away. Yep.
yeah. Well, so the next step is I'm going to submit some slides. You have to submit slides ahead of time. That way, the proponent gets a peek at them ahead of time and prepare their answers, which is fine. And then the actual presentation is in person in the area. And
Okay.
then, but I could go on a rant, but there's a lawyer who did a much better rant. There's no cross-examination. There's no swearing in. There's no. It's a bit of a paper exercise. The outcome is never in doubt. How about that? Right? Which is kind of a bad sign for a public hearing that the answer can never be no.
Okay.
So it can only be modifying the conditions for
That's good.
licensing. And that's basically what I'm asking, that as part of the conditions in licensing, that there be some real-time, published real-time information. If you guys are interested, I can send you the and the paper. It's kind of long and boring, but the short one is if there's a spill, you only find out about it 5 months later, unless you're
That's
really paying attention and you actually contact, um, or if they issue a press release. Otherwise, there was a spill, so that was a reportable incident. You go to the CNSC website, you see a list of all the reportable incidents, but no details. You have to ask them. So, and of course, all the reportable incidents are not sorted by facility. So you have mining, you have refining, you have the power generation, you have people using radiation for non-destructive testing. It's just a
it's all
mess.
over.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
saw
we'll
what you made. The
yeah,
presentation looked nice.
yeah.
Did you
So
get feedback from ASPI too?
Asby just said, "Hey, it looks good. Go for it."
Okay, that's good.
So, and Mark Prosser got a hold of me, and so I sent him that saying, "Look, I'm just in the middle of the deadline." He contacted me, like about an hour or 2 hours before the deadline. It's like, "Sorry, I can't talk right now. I'll send you something." But he says he can spin something
Yeah, he said
up
that.
on that
Yeah,
basis.
next
So,
week he will do something. He said. Yeah,
yeah, it's awesome.
good.
So,
So that will be
so I
great.
made, so I think that's the start of SafeCast Canada.
Yeah, that will be good.
It's like,
And
okay, I'll do what I can.
and for Jelle, do you know people from Safecast or interested in Safecast in Europe? Because we are trying to get funding in Europe, and we have to get a contact there. And the setup for Safecast in Holland, there are some issues. Peter said the stichting is basically half working, but it's not completely a stichting. It needs a stichting means an organization in Dutch.
No, a stichting is a foundation.
Yeah, foundation. That's better wording. Yes,
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not
So let's
I'm
just
not too familiar with like non-profits. Like, is there an issue with the organization, like this Safecast organization in the Netherlands,
in
or?
the Netherlands, yes. There's some structure that need to be changed. And I asked Peter if we could use the stichting in Europe to apply for funding. And
Oh,
Peter
okay.
said it's not at the moment, yes, because we want to do many workshops. One idea is to have a workshop in Europe and get funding for it from the EU. So
Well, I do know that it is reasonably easy to apply for stichting status as an organization.
yeah, there was
Uh,
something with a bank account and something like this. Things was
oh,
linked to
like,
somebody else. I don't
okay.
know. I don't know the details.
Yeah, you might need a Dutch bank account for the
Yeah,
organization,
and a
something like
telephone
that.
number and many other things.
Right,
And
okay.
then yeah. So, but you
Probably like a
don't.
visitor's address, maybe
Yeah,
not.
sure. The address
Okay.
we have.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Where is it? Is it like in Amsterdam
In
or?
Amsterdam, if you go to the
Okay.
safecast.org to the website, you can see the address, contact, and then you can see that.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
a virtual office building, something like that.
Right.
So, and yeah, but if you know somebody, then please let me know. You can
For the funding or for?
the organization?
For we need an organization in Europe to
apply
where
for
the
the
funding
funding.
goes. Yeah, we cannot do that from outside from Japan. I
Right.
have
Okay.
addresses in Europe where we can apply for, but we need an address for let's say the receiving part and the organization part.
Yeah, and that would be this
This
place
stichting, yeah,
in Amsterdam.
that will be ideal. This place
Okay.
because
I guess I can look into it.
if you want to do it, it doesn't have to, but you know the site from Safecast, and you know in Holland maybe more than what's going on than Peter and I do.
Well, I know my father also has a stichting, so he probably knows how it's set up,
Oh,
and he can
yeah.
help me like. And my philosophy community also is a stichting, so I have some relation with other stichting.
Oh, that's good.
So
Good. I didn't know
I
that.
could help Safecast with getting the proper stichting status in the Netherlands.
We have to check with Peter then.
Yeah.
Peter is the one who's dealing with these issues often. But I was just trying to apply for funding, and then they needed the phone number and other things. And I asked Peter, "What's the phone number?" I said, "Wait a little bit. The stichting is not working the way it should work."
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I can contact Peter then.
Okay, that
Maybe
would be
I
great
can
if you
help
could.
him. Yeah.
And other news that I've been working on is maybe I can share my screen. I'm making tiles. The map is coming back. It's good.
Oh,
Finally.
exciting.
Yeah, that's finally I get a hold on how that's supposed to work without a Mac. Hold a second, let me see if I can share that.
We might have had a bear walk through our backyard
Well, that's exciting.
because the dog was a huge dump.
Yeah.
And the dog
Go
is
ahead.
just freaked out.
Oh yeah, I bet.
She's sitting at the window, just looking,
Oh yeah.
and she won't go outside. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right. So we
That
couldn't
didn't
see
work.
your map.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it runs locally. Now it picks up hold a second, and let me get it back. It's not all the tiles are there yet. I'm working on that. Only certain levels are there.
Okay.
And this is data from. Can you see the cursor?
Yes. Oh, I
This
see.
is
So these
data
are
from much more recent. Is
Oh, yeah.
2025, and now we have real-time stuff here on it too, so you can see the point cast and everything is on it now.
Oh, fantastic.
It's a big improvement, but I'm learning how to make the tiles. They are, how to say, I can hold on, let me share the code thing. Stop sharing. And this is the running code. Hold on a second. Can you see this?
Yes.
Yep.
Basically, it's all layers. And this is the bGeigieZen layer. Oh, hold on, that's not the one. This is the import layer too. bGeigieZen viewer worker. It makes all the layers in it, and you can modify the layer the way you want. So if you go back to the map, it's slowly progressing.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's very interesting